What's up, guys? It's Brian from Watermelon Studios coming at you guys a little bit earlier than I thought with a review of the brand new 2018 Ahch-To Island Training Set. The set is number 75200, contains 241 pieces, and retails for $30 US. If you find it in the stores now, it appears on some Toys R Us shelves. Others, it's available for store pickup, which is what I did with this one. I got it for store pickup, but yeah, its availability is limited right now, but it will be widely available starting on January 1st. And the $30 price point might be a little high for some folks, but we will talk about that later on. As you can see, the back of the box right there. And I really just like this box art. I think it's gorgeous. I love the Ahch-To Island just in general. Some of the best scenes from The Last Jedi. Now, what I should say, starting right now, is that there will be no spoilers in this video, but I am opening the comment section up to spoilers. So if you don't want spoilers, you can watch this video, but don't go to the comments. So, with that being said, let's get straight into the set itself. So before you even enter the hut, there's this little fire pit over here with a bench right here, and the fire coming out of this little cauldron type piece, and that's that right there. And there are these little stones leading up to the step, which leads up into the home up here, into Luke's home. And this section is removable relatively easily. However, it's not exactly meant to be removed, unlike the other side, which actually is meant to be moved. But it's just attached by two Technic pins right there, and it slides in like that. Now, coming around the other part of the outside, we come around here to the little training ground over here. This rock does remove very easily, and inside of it is a crystal. Not a spoiler. When I saw the pictures of the set, I thought this might have been a spoiler for something, but the crystal was not in the movie at all. The rock was. As you kind of see in the trailer, her lightsaber is kind of like this next to the rock. Well, I mean, I guess that's what they were trying to emulate here. And you can put Rey on this little turntable right here, and it just kind of spins like that. It's just on one of those little spinny pieces, just like that. Very simple, nothing too over-the-top complicated, and the detail in there is, well, something just fell out. Oh, the fish just fell out of the house. This whole thing's falling apart. It's quite nice down there, and like I said, you can remove this section, and everything's falling apart, and you can flip it around to this side if you want. So, let's try to reconstruct the set over here. Man, this whole thing's falling apart. You can reconstruct it so you can have it like that if you want, which I prefer it on the other side, but that's just up to you. So, let's flip it back around, because it clearly wants to be over here. It doesn't want to be touched at all. And you might have seen that wall fall over there before. Well, that's actually a function in the set. There's a little switch right back here. You can make that piece of rock fall. I guess if you've seen the trailers, you know that Rey like cracks the ground with the Force. I guess you can emulate that as her breaking the rocks. That's what I kind of get out of that. I don't know. It's a cool feature. But there aren't a whole lot of other features to the set besides the back of the hut, which I'm actually going to take Rey off, and we're going to go into the back of the hut. And it's a little dark in there. However, this entire thing does come off, and it's just attached by two studs over here, which makes it a little awkward because you can't really pick it up by the roof. You see what I mean? You have to pick it up by the sides and the bottom. You can't really just grab it, otherwise the whole roof comes off. Regardless though, that's just a minor thing. This curtain up here is a cloth curtain with the 3 holes, and it does slide open. You can make it slide kind of like that. But we go into the finer details of this little home. We've got this little table here on the left with the lamp, a mug, a little gunmetal gray pan up there, and this does remove like so, and there are some not ripe cherries in there. So that's his little table. On this side, where'd the fish go? There's supposed to be a fish in that little bucket right there. And there's a little stem of some kind of plant, and then, I don't know what that is, a cauldron of some kind? Hope it's not a toilet, because that would just be weird. But, and then this little bed, which works very well, I think, for what they're trying to do with it. It works. It flips up like that if you want. Now, what I do is, because I don't like the staff on Luke's minifigure, so I take it and I put it right in there, and it works just perfectly. You can even stick it in further because there's a stud down there if you want. So that's what I do with his staff, because, like I said, I don't really like it very much with the minifigure. I like the minifigure without the staff. But we're going to touch on the minifigures in just a second. Now, I think that's just about all with the set itself. Actually, there's one little section that I kind of missed up here, and trying to move the set quietly, and it keeps breaking because that's That's the point. There's a little perch over here. You can place our friendly Porg if you want, but he can really go anywhere. And I should mention, there are 4 stickers in the set. Here's the empty sticker sheet is right here. They go anywhere you see rocks, like rock detail, that's where the stickers go. So up there, and then 2 stickers, 1 on each side up here and up here. Easy to apply, and it's not that big a deal. 4 stickers in a $30 set. It could be worse. It could definitely be worse. So that is the island set, and I really like it. Now it is a little small. Like, there's my hand. It's the size of my hand. So it's not big at all, but it packs a punch with details. So, but you're really, honestly, not exactly buying it for the set itself. You're buying it for the figures. Let's take a look at those figures. And we all know you came here to see the Porg. So here he is. In all of his glory and his adorableness, here is the Porg. Now, everybody, I mean, at least I thought that in the movie, the Porgs were just going to be kind of dumb, because, I mean, they're just a piece of merchandise right now, but before the movie came out. But no spoilers, the Porgs actually worked really well in the movie. I think the comedy with them was well done, well executed, and they were just so adorable. But I'm so glad to have a Porg in LEGO scale, and this is the only way you can get the Porg without spending $800 on the Millennium Falcon, which none of us are really going to do. I'm sure 1 or 2 of you have. But we cannot afford that, us common folk. But this is a different color scheme than the Porg in the Millennium Falcon. Instead of having a black 1x2 brick with the modified studs on the side and the middle, it's a 1x2. It's a 1x1 dark gray modified brick on the bottom down there. The Porg head is the same, I'm pretty sure. BB-8 head, and then the brick built for the rest of it. There's not a whole lot to say about him. He's just so adorable, and he works really well, and it's so great that they threw him in the set. And our next minifigure is the Ahch-To version of Rey, end of Force Awakens, and the majority of The Last Jedi. This is the Rey that you want to get if you want to pretty much make any scene in The Last Jedi, except at the end where she dons her new Jedi robes. But this is like the Rey that is in the majority of the movie, and I think the minifigure is simple, but it works very well. One thing I kind of wish they included on this figure was a satchel, like they did on the last figure. I think that would have made more sense, considering the fact that she takes the lightsaber out of the satchel at the end of Force Awakens. But regardless, this is a great Rey figure, and now I have all 3 out of 3 of the Rey figures, so that's kind of cool. I'm not going to do a comparison right now, I just don't feel like it. You could take her lightsaber off, you can give her back her staff, which is also included in the set. There goes the lightsaber. But, so you could have that if you want. And she's got the same face print and hair as the last Rey from the last movie. Same double-sided face, nothing too different up there, nothing different at all, really. And the torso and legs are what's different. Try to get a good reflection of the leg print for you. There you go. Like I said, it's very simple, but it gets the job done just perfectly. So that is the Rey. And one of the most anticipated minifigures of all time is Old Man Luke. Finally in Lego form, we get Old Man Luke. It's been 2 years since we saw The Force Awakens, and we just wanted to get this guy in minifigure form. Alas, it's there. The staff is kind of dumb. It's just a stick with the tan telescope, so I'm getting rid of that so we can see the figure in its greater detail. Now, when I saw this figure, there was leaked images a while back. I did not like the hair piece at all. And on camera, it still doesn't really work that well. Like, it doesn't, like, this was the angle I saw it at originally. It didn't work very well, but I do like it now that I have it in person. I do like this hair. It works. It does. He's got a, this is a different kind of color. I think it's a dark tan cloth for his cape, but it's the new silky cloth type, which is great. The printing is perfect, and the face print is also amazing on this minifigure. He's got a, surprisingly, instead of a, whoa, there goes Luke. Instead of having a black hand, he has a dark gray hand, which works well. And if we flip over his cape, you see his back print, which is pretty simple. That's about it. But, guys, this is a great figure. This is a great figure. But, now, if you've seen The Last Jedi, which, once again, no spoilers, he doesn't wear this outfit for a lot of it. He has a bit of a darker robes outfit, which you've seen in promotional images for the new movie, so that's not a spoiler. But it'll be cool if at some point we get that figure, the Old Man Luke, with his darker robes, because that's an outfit he wears on Ahch-To a lot of the time. So he doesn't always wear this. But you know what? I don't care. I'm just very, very happy that we have this guy with this outfit, and it's just great. And Luke's my favorite character, okay? So this has been a figure that I've been wanting for a very, very long time. And taking a quick look at the extra pieces that come with the set, a lot of them were actually from the Porg, like that white modified tile right there, and those tiles as well, some of them, and the cheese slope back there. But I'm not going to go through each piece individually. You can kind of see what you get there. Now here's something interesting that came with the set. This is the first time that in a LEGO set that LEGO actually messed up something for me as far as not getting a specific piece. So I got, in this set, I got a 2x4 tile. This piece does not go anywhere in the set. And here's what I was supposed to get. That rock structure that keeps falling down, that kept falling down on me. A dark green 2x3 plate was supposed to come in the set for me, but did not. That piece came instead. So I found that really interesting. Luckily, I had some of these on hand in my collection, and it didn't matter that much. Otherwise, if it was a more important piece, I would have gone to Bricks and Pieces to get a new one. But that's really interesting. If anybody has had that trouble with their set, or you know, if when you get the set, let me know down below, because this might be a mess up on mine. It might be a mess up on hundreds of them. So that's really interesting. But they're the extra pieces once again. All right, guys. So my overall thoughts on this set. Now, I am really biased because I wanted this Luke figure so badly, and I love the Porg and Rey as well. I personally just absolutely love this set. I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite LEGO Star Wars sets sometime next year. And this is going to be in it because I just love the set so much. I think $30 was worth it for me, considering how long we waited to get Old Man Luke. And I think that alone just made it so worth it. This was one of those sets that, like, people talked about getting, like, oh, let's get I hope we get a cheap set where Luke is training Rey, where Luke comes in a cheap set and we get a new Rey too. And I was like, that'll probably never happen. LEGO hasn't really done that with exclusive figures. I mean, in recent years they have been, but in the past they have been putting exclusive figures in expensive sets. So this was a very rare case of a exclusive, amazing minifigure, and may I say, three figures in a cheap set. And it's great. Now, the one complaint I've heard is the price, and the island, like the hut itself, is smaller in person. So $30, if you're not dying to get these figures, you can wait for it to go down to $25, because it will go down, and $25 is a great deal as well. I personally couldn't wait. $30 was worth it. I think it might be a little steep if you don't care about the minifigures as much as I did, but that's my opinion on that, because honestly, I have such biased opinions on this because Luke's my favorite character, and I just wanted this minifigure so bad. And the set, I really like the set, because, like, as many of you guys know, and I've said in the past, I'm not the biggest fan of the LEGO Star Wars playsets. I like the vehicles instead. But this one works, and this one does a great job, I think. It'll fit very nicely on a shelf. It's small enough that it'll fit on a shelf and not, you know, be obnoxious on the shelf. But I think it was worth it. So, like I said, if you don't care about the minifigures, wait for it to go down, because you will get this for a great deal in a couple months, or maybe even next year. But for me, it was totally worth it. So, thanks guys for tuning in to my early return to YouTube. I wasn't sure if I'd be coming back this early, but I have some time and I wanted to make this review very badly. So give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think of the set? Do you agree with me? Is it in your top 10? Do you want this figure as badly as I did? All of the fun thoughts in the comment section below. And like I said, do not scroll down if you don't want to see spoilers. I'm opening the comments to spoilers. If you want to talk spoilers, do it in the comments. But, and yeah, be sure to go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe if you haven't. So thank you guys once again for watching. This has been Brian from Watermelon Studios. Peace out, guys.